images like this kind of goofy, and then 50% of it find it terrifying. Personally, if I was walking on the street and saw someone making this face, I'd be terrified and would be going the other way immediately. There's something about having a smile with like killer intent that is terrifying to me personally, but it seems like we have some kind of legal drug on the market that apparently does this to people, and you should definitely avoid taking it, just like most other drugs.
How do you ensure your safety outside? Avoid dark alleys since most reported deaths happen to you in a dark alley.
Probably shouldn't, always.
Vicious laughter, run as fast as you can. Avoid eye contact with the person. Once the person notices you, it will begin pursuit. Do not interact. You will most likely be...
Okay, you should always avoid dark alleys, and if somebody's laughing like crazy, you should probably avoid them too. Smile Infestation Journal, issue number 1. Initial observation. Substances made of spores from unidentified species of fungus. Risk of accidental intake is very high. Great. Hey, what's going on, guys? Patient 1 and 2. Brought to the emergency room on the same day. Complaining of a severe headache and acute facial cramps. None of the medicine helped. They were taken to the laboratory for observation. Stage 1, week 1. Alright, dude. Patients begin to smile with some resistance. The one on the left is so creepy. Patients suffer meningitis before subsiding within 2 days. Patients remain sane. They don't look very sane. Stage 2, week 2. Holy crap. Any resistance have been subdued by the fungus. First of all, bro on the right lost his hair. But wow. That is insane. Faces begin to contort to a wide grin. Patient's behavior becomes predatory, so this is when they become dangerous. The patients were then locked in a room. Stage 3, week 4. Okay, wow. Fungus has permanently damaged facial tissue. I was gonna say, it looks like they're just falling apart at this point, leaving a severely contorted face. Despite extensive nerve damage, the fused muscles maintain its expression. If ever the patients recover, a face transplant is required for reintegration. Vocal cords have stopped functioning due to extreme strain. Patient's behavior and motor functions begin to decline. Towards the later part of the stage. Stage 4, week 5. Rapid senescence. Hold up, because in every one of these videos I make, everybody likes to make fun of me in the comments for mispronouncing words. I'm going to make sure I get it right.
Senescence.
Senescence. Rapid senescence of visible in patients. What the hell does senescence mean? The process is growing old. That makes sense. Rapid senescence visible in patients. Or in patients. Looks like the one on the right didn't make it. Patient has completely lost resemblance from past self. Brain is in late Alzheimer's stages. Patients who did not live up to the stage. With YouTube Premium, enjoy ad-free videos, plus the YouTube Music app. One subscription, 2 apps. Try 1 month free. Patient 1 passed away 6 weeks into his admission. Autopsy. Fungus found in brain cells. It was observed secreting a substance similar to acetylcholine. High concentrations of the fungus found in amygdala, suggesting complete control over it. Definitely touch both those. 30 minutes into the autopsy. A sudden burst of gas came out of the patient's mouth. Oh no. What was initially thought to be gas was figured to be spores of the fungus. Yeah, I guess that one. 2 more patients are present in the room. They may have inhaled the spores. They have been quarantined. Sean G. Excerpt, December 4th, 31. Okay, so what we have so far is, I believe those 2 patients were from taking the drug. So it seems like the drug is some kind of fungus that spreads in your brain over time, causing you to smile more and more, and at the same time just destroying you as a whole, and rapidly aging you up. Very weird, I still have a lot of questions. Log 27, December 4th, 94. I went out for groceries. And this strange man threw flour at me on the way home. I was more weirded out than I was pissed. That's kind of rude. Anyways, I'm taking Max to the vet tomorrow. Oh, Sean has a dog? He's been quiet for days. And I'm worried. Log 28, December 5th. I had this vivid dream, where I was flying through space. It's like I became one with the universe. And then I saw a man. And I woke up. Him. December 6th, 94. Max has been feeling better. He began to bark again. Aw, I feel relieved. This is the first positive thing here. I had a very similar dream to yesterday. I flew through a colorful space. I forgot who I was. Then I saw him. He smiled. Ugh. Log 34, December 11th. I've been having the same dream for the past week. And it's kind of worrying me now. Does this mean something? A change in my life? I couldn't stop thinking about it all day. What are those numbers? Log 35, December 12th. My face won't stop twitching. And I'm having a migraine right now. Oh no. This may be the worst one so far. It could just be stress. Oh, it's definitely not just stress. So I told my professor I can't attend for this week. Log 39, December 16th. It's been 4 days since the migraines and twitches began. And I'm in agony. I will go to the doctor. Good idea, buddy. Good idea. Log 40, December 17th. This guy keeps a lot of logs. They told me it was just stress and electrolyte imbalance. Just take pain meds and relax. And stay hydrated. That is definitely not electrolyte imbalance. Log 41, December 18th. My face hurts. It feels like someone's pulling the sides of my mouth up. It's getting harder to blink. The pills won't work. Where's Max in all this? Log 42, December 22nd. Huh? Max passed away. I don't understand. He was doing just fine yesterday. Yeah, I thought he was good. Log 43, December 25th. Christmas. My friends say I look a lot happier recently. I am not. Behind this forced smile, I am suffering. Both physical and mental anguish. Doctors were stumped by my illness. Log 44, December 26th. I am happy. I feel full of energy. I felt the man's aura. He changed me. This is a big change in one day, buddy. For the better. I am happy. I am happy. I am happy. I am happy.
Make everyone happy.
Make everyone happy. December 27th. He told me something. A quest to fulfill. A brand new life. December 28th. World is too unbearable for a simple man like me. Too much vice. Too much sadness. But I have the power to fix this. Log 47, December 31st. Everyone I see shall become happy. I hope I make you happy.
Using the Bezier Curve tool, you can easily draw smooth and beautiful lines. Create curves freely by simply moving points. Then make detailed adjustments just as you wish. Even beginners can create professional looking illustrations with great attention to detail. Just use the Bezier Curve tool anytime, anywhere, anything. Iris Paint is the perfect design studio. Download now and try it out.
New Year's countdown? Report. Time and date. January 1st, 95. Location, 78 Victoria Place. Name Sean Gomez, age 22. Incident, mass homicide. Details. Perpetrator was armed with a knife. He had a grotesque facial expression. Suspected of being under influence of some drug. Police response. Police officers were not able to do the man. He wounded one of the officers and committed relentless violence. The officers were forced to shoot him dead. Aftermath. 17 casualties, including Sean. 10 injuries. Do I look beautiful? I thought I'm in a happier place now. Huh? He smiles. Smile Tapes Volume 1. Whoa! Alright, that second section was a lot to take in there. I'm pretty sure Sean gets infected by spores during the first log of December 4th when he says that he went out for groceries and a strange man threw flour at him. Either maybe the flour was spores, or when flour was thrown at him it was mixed in with spores, but whoever the strange man was probably someone that was already infected with this disease, and this infected Sean. Now, I also believe, I do think that Sean killed his dog Max. His dog Max was doing just fine and suddenly died, and that was around like the 3rd week mark, I want to say, where usually the person that's infected is predatory already. Maybe he, without even realizing it, killed Max. Also, something to note that we didn't get in that first video was the existence of this dude. We didn't hear anything about the patient dreaming about a person. An interesting thing about this guy, I've seen this guy before, and a lot of other horror-related things. From what I know, I believe his origin, this may or may not be based on real life, this part, but a lot of people have had a dream about this exact guy, and nobody's ever met him. They just see him in their dreams. So it's interesting to see him here. It almost seems like he convinced Sean to do this thing of making everyone happy. So a lot of weird stuff going on here. Definitely seems like there's more than something drug-related going on in all of this. Tape 2. Far history. Alright, here we go.
Welcome to Far History, where we explore Earth's huge past. Today, we ask the question, where did life originate? Well, there are a bunch of theories surrounding this, so let's get right into it.
Alright.
Our first theory is abiogenesis, life from no life. It proposes that organic beings originated from non-living matter, hybrid events. This creates a chemical soup that may have caused a reaction, creating the simplest forms of life. In the last episode, I told you that the Earth was literally hell, so how could life survive in such conditions? Well, Earth only stayed hell until oceans appeared around 2.
That's a weird way to describe it.
Formation. Water is the most important ingredient to life. Without it, life would have never flourished. It also helped cool the Earth down to a relatively comfortable 212 Fahrenheit. That's for me. Now, this theory is a bit more far off, but it's the most interesting. It suggests that life came from another world that exists throughout the universe when asteroids or other space tested fertile planets. Some of its debris gets ejected back into space, possibly containing life forms. Around 4.1 to 3.8 billion years ago, the Earth experienced a late heavy bombardment, possibly indicating that life may have arrived from those asteroids.
That's it. Alright, so at the end there, it kind of flashes that it's far history for the Chidinlu High School. So basically what I got from that video is heavy implications that life came from either asteroids or meteors that came down to Earth, because there's a heavy emphasis on that second theory, and we see when things kind of start glitching here, it's showing like this meteor coming towards Earth. So that seems to be the biggest message that's throwing out there. Okay, it said KPG. I have no idea what that is. KPG seems to be the event that killed the dinosaurs. You know, the whole thing where like giant meteor came down, like boom, and like all the dinosaurs died. I guess it's implying that life came during the KPG event. But what I'm not sure of is, do they mean human life, or did something else also come down when that happened? Also, this tape has notes in the description. It says the tape was found in an abandoned warehouse in Chidinlu, again, still have no idea how to pronounce that, California on November 7th, 2021. Quality has been severely worn and appears to be tampered with. Very interesting. Tape 3. Further investigation. And here we go. This one is 3 minutes long. Who's that? Small Investigation Journal issue number 2. As of October 13th, 95, 1,489 deaths. Sorry, that's like triple. 5,361 hospitalized. Wow. Fungus. After extended observation, it's shown that the fungus is deemed unstable and prone to mutation. Scientists fear that this may result into more variants of the disease. Oh no. Transmission. The fungus naturally transmits around 2 billion spores. Wow. The spores are released through the closest orifice after the host dies, or orifice. Anyone within 10 meters are at risk of contracting the disease. The spores can linger for as long as 30 hours. Wow, okay. Moreover, there have been reports of people intentionally infecting victims, making the fungus more difficult to contain. What? They've been called spore puffers by the citizens. These are currently patrolling areas known for frequent spore puffing. Source and emergence. The exact source of the fungus is still unknown. The fungus first appeared as a new kind of drug being sold in the black market. You should never be taking drugs in the black market. And was only brought to public attention after the New Year's homicide. The Gomez homicide. Sean G. Please search Gomez's apartment. They found a journal that dates from January 1993 to December 1994, just hours before the homicide. Evidence implies that Gomez was infected at December 4th as a victim of spore puffing, so that was the flower incident. He appears to develop delusions towards the new year before descending into a violent killing spree. Wait, so Gomez died around stage 2. The most common stage a person dies at. Whoa. Sean did the right thing. Morgue incident. The morgue has been quarantined since the incident last week. Right, page 1 and 2. The 2 more patients closest to the body displayed minimal symptoms. Proper safety measures were not maintained at the time of the incident. Protocol was made stricter to ensure safety when handling a smile patient. That's it? Alright, so I have a few questions. There have been reports of people intentionally infecting victims. Are these normal people, or are these people that are also infected? And they're also called spore puffers. So in this case, Sean was definitely infected by a spawn puffer. And he's just like a strange person that did it. So I'm very curious about that, because if they're just regular people spore puffing, why? I also want to get a pause frame of that face at the beginning. That seems to be the guy that Sean was dreaming about. Let's go back to where the video gets a little crazy. Wow. See, what is this about? I don't know what any of these letters mean, but I feel like it's not random. The Smile Tapes, Volume 2. Alright, so this one's 15 minutes long. This is the official Volume 2 now, so this is a longer one than normal. November 4th, 94. So this is before the Gomez homicide. Faint signal detected 19 miles south of Chidinlu, California. Where we were. We start to notice a pattern. These signals are only heard at night. 12:35 a.m. Okay, so it sounds like someone was just saying a bunch of numbers. I tried to transfer it to letters. I didn't get anything though. So 42 a.m. I'm gonna write all the numbers down this time. Okay, so it definitely seems to be some kind of code, and they don't go any higher than what seems like 24 I've heard so far.
Basically, you can just snap, list, and sell with ease. With zero selling fees. Bags, basics, those pantsuits where you wear but never got around to.
That was a lot that time. That was a lot of numbers. 12:49 a.m. 12:53. Still a lot of radio signals within an hour. 'Apparent end of session. Only radio static can be heard after this for the rest of the night. A number station. We still get to decipher these cryptic messages. Oh.
My fellow Americans, for the past few months, our citizens have been attacked by a new deadly force. A fungus that affects the minds of our citizens and causes instability. Our scientists and these forces have been making efforts to contain the infection, but it's only had a minimal effect. I have also declared an emergency for 48 hours. So I now advise that we citizens stay inside. If we don't act now, this may escalate to countrywide epidemic. We may possibly deal with hundreds of thousands of deaths. I will with all my citizens. I hope we are able to get through this. Thank you.
Alright, so this is government level concern now. Oh, where do their souls go? God, I hate this noise. Contagious disease warning. Stay inside.
Following message is transmitted at the request of the San Diego County Emergency Management. San Diego and T1 are under attack by the infected. An estimated 8,000 people have been infected and are currently causing havoc in the streets. Shelter in place immediately or risk your life. Lock and barricade your doors and windows.
They are.
Prepare to isolate and manage your resources. Be vigilant and wear protective equipment to avoid breathing in the storm. The President has ordered the National Guard to San Diego.
November 27, 95. So this is a year after the Gomez incident. Isn't this so beautiful? The bloodshed. Their cries. Fill me with such joy. Now we can be together. Now we can be together. In a happier place. As created by scientists. 2 new variants have appeared in the scene. Variant A. Original. Okay. Causes physical and mental deterioration. Most common variant as of now.
Tubi, movies and live TV. Right now.
Variant B. Benign. Its effects are minimal. Patients retain their sanity. However, they still pose a threat of transmission. This patient was seen sneezing and coughing out the spores. Sarah Campbell. She's the first patient to have this variant. After being exposed to spores in the morgue. She's currently quarantined and observed. Oh, so is she one of the morticians? Variant C. Okay, similar to variant A. Text here, nice. Nah, there's no way. There is absolutely no way it just said that. Heightened senses, bloodthirsty, inhuman strength and stamina. Bulletproof exterior. Oh, hold on, there's a little bit after this. What the hell? I don't even know what that was. It looked like just someone running in a huge open space with checkered floors. So clearly things have gotten way, way worse. San Diego is overrun by infected, to the point where they sent in the National Guard. I feel like they probably didn't do a great job there. And now there's the normal variants, a variant where you're infected but you don't show any of the negative signs and you're kind of just a spreader, which could make sense about like spore puffers maybe. And then there's variant C, which is bulletproof and basically just a superhuman version of variant 1. So that definitely makes containments a lot harder. And again, it seems like our guy here is the main source of all this. Still who he is, any of that, I still have no idea. He is liking and enjoying what's happening right now. So I'm trying to get better at like deciphering codes and stuff. But the way the beginning of this video with the radio station, I could not get for my life. Thank you to this comment by Ozzy Vaughn. They detail all the numbers down. They were able to translate 2 of them, which was transport within a week and make them happy. Tape 5. Hike. January 29th, 94. So this is actually almost a year before the Gomez Massacre. Any subtitles? Yes, no. Okay. Alright, we got some car footage. Looks like it's gonna be a found footage video.
I'll be hiking through the Elk River this radio. Hopefully I'll be back for that. I'll talk to Chris and Flash. I'll turn over there expecting their right.
Alright, good luck, man. Interesting that all this takes place in California, it seems.
I didn't see my weight on the box since being when I waist and my face was long and big box.
Congrats, man.
Why did you see up here?
That's a very cool view. You really got mountains this tall in California? That's crazy. I just all this footage destroying application. Wait, the hell, that's insane, right? Someone screaming? Listen, I love people, right? You know, I never want anybody to be in pain or be screaming or something, but this is how you die. That guy's probably screaming for a reason. Whenever he runs towards the screaming, it never ends well.
Hello?
Oh, no, don't scream out hello.
Hello? Need help?
Man, it's getting dark. Oh, dude.
Hello?
What's that? You can hear the laughing.
What's going on there?
Looks like a little house or something, no? Oh, no, this guy walked up to it? That's crazy.
I'm right here.
You went inside? Oh, this guy's crazy. Okay, it sounded like our hiker friend is dead. Missing. Alright, so we have very small glimpse here of what looks like Smiley that attacked this hiker, and that looks very deformed. This is also the earliest incident, I believe, in the series now, where we know that Smiley exists almost a year before the whole Gomez thing. Obviously, we don't have too much information on this, but I'm sure that this event right here is important, and we'll probably find out more about it in the future. The Smile Tapes, Volume 3. Alright, this is a long one. The volume one's always much longer. Smile Investigation Journal, okay. Issue number 5. Did we read 4? I feel like we didn't get 4. As of March 31st, 96. 9,786 deaths. 4,035 hospitalized. Scientists were able to determine its evolutionary origins. Okay. So a microbe in the Yucatan region. Okay. Microbe was found in an insect trapped and preserved in amber. Radiometric dating suggests the insect lived around 65 to 60 million years ago. DNA tests show the insect has terrestrial origins. The microbe, however, suggests otherwise. Oh. Scientists theorize that the microbe's descendants